All right, guys, so $300 a day. That is the goal. That is what we're aiming for. Facebook ads, or is SEO the best chance at getting there? That is what we're gonna talk about in today's video. What is going on, guys? Paul James here. Welcome back to another video today. I tweaked my camera settings. The last videos were looking kind of grainy. Hopefully they look a little bit better now. I'll be playing with some different color profiles and stuff like that to really get it dialed in. So I'm actually curious, what have you tried? Have you tried SEO or Facebook ads? Leave it in the comments below. I wanna know like what you've had success with, what you failed at, and just let me know if there's any questions that you wanna see covered in a future video. All right, so let's start with Facebook ads. And for those who don't know what lead generation is a business model that I do a lot of my students do with great success. For example, one of our students, Kevin, he actually just got started with lead generation, and in about a week already, he's already generated his first lead for his client. So that's what lead generation is about. Let's say you have a dentist who is interested in getting more clients in for teeth whitening. Your job is to strictly generate that dentist as many leads as possible, and they pay you usually on a per lead basis, although we usually like to move them over to a monthly basis once we've kind of got things ironed out, but maybe we'll save that for another video. Okay, so generating leads, we've got two options. We've got Facebook ads over here. That's basically setting up an ad, pushing it to a landing page, and convincing that person that they should sign up for whatever it is we're trying to generate the lead for. Maybe it's for a dentist, maybe it's a chiropractor that they need an adjustment, maybe it's a furnace company, they need tune-ups. You get the gist of it. SEO, on the other hand, that is when they're ranking in Google. So we take a site, we rank it in Google for the client, and we generate the client leads by having someone search for, you know, like best heating company city name, or affordable dentist city name, and they come across our client site. They fill out a form on our client site or call the phone number. We usually like to do forms, and I'll tell you why, maybe in another YouTube video. But anyways, either way, they fill out the form, lead gets sent off to them, you get paid for the lead. Okay, so the benefits and cons of both methods. Let's talk about Facebook ads. So some of the pluses of Facebook ads are that we can typically get clients' results faster with them. You know, it takes us only a couple hours to set up a Facebook ad. You know, we have to get landing pages set up. We have to get like the email in place to send off to them. We have to get the ad, the targeting, the picture, all that stuff. We're talking no more than a couple hours, if that even really. And then we just wait for Facebook to approve the ad. Now, I just set up a new ad right before I came down here. I'd say about 2 hours ago, I set up a new ad and Facebook's already approved it. And I mean, at the time I'm filming this video, my phone cracked. The tempered glass coming off, it's kind of hard to see. It's 9:50 at night at the time I'm filming this video. So luckily, and on a Friday night, even though I submitted that ad, you know, at like 6 o'clock on a Friday night, almost the weekend, for, you know, everyone's probably off of work, Facebook still has people there who are approving ads, so that's good. But even if we had to wait 24 hours, I mean, that's still pretty fast results. So it takes Facebook about 3 days for an ad to mature. And what that means is that for it to learn, because Facebook is like, it has an algorithm built in where it can learn and it can get better at actually finding your ideal prospects or your leads for you. It kind of learns as it goes. So it takes about 3 days to gather enough data. I usually recommend allocating $5 a day to that to have Facebook really learn everything. And basically you're looking at about $15. You'll find out whether your campaign is gonna generate leads or not for your client, or you know, if it's gonna work or not, and you can decide from that point if you wanna kill it or not. So that's some of the benefits of Facebook. Also, the website, you know, with SEO, you're having to build out a big website usually with multiple pages. One thing I really like about doing it with Facebook is that you just can set up one page, which is your landing page, and then a second page, which is just the thank you page. So after the lead fills out your form, they go to a thank you page. I like to have that in place, 2 pages. Thank you page is really just like a blank page that says, you know, thank you for filling out our form. But what we do is we put our tracking pixel on that thank you page so that we can tell when a lead comes in. Okay, so if you were trying to get to $300 a day with lead generation, that would be a good way to do it. Let's pretend, for example, that you were gonna work with a roofing company, and for every new roof that you generated for them, you know, every job that you got that needed a new roof, they gave you $100. That would mean that in order to make $300 a day with Facebook ads, you go set up an ad for a roofer. It could say something like, hey, do you need an estimate on a new roof? person clicks on your ad, comes to your website, fills out your form, roofer gets the estimate, they pay you $100 for the lead, boom, you need 3 of those per day to actually make $300 per day with the Facebook ad route.
Boy, if you don't get...
So that's some of the pluses about Facebook ads. Some of the cons about Facebook ad are it doesn't work in every niche, or I shouldn't say it doesn't work, because there's niches where I thought it wasn't gonna work very well and we got it to work, but it works particularly good with certain types of niches where you can discount services. I really like Facebook for renewal services, like services that have repeat customers. So like, for example, like a hair salon.
Okay.
If the stylist can get the person in to get their hair done and they can get them in one time and they do a good job, well, that person is gonna keep coming back to them every single month to get their hair cut. So services like that work really well for Facebook ads, and it allows us to build a client more. You know, even if we're working with a low ticket client, like $30, like they're billing $30 to the client, we can get half of that. If it's a service like that where they're gonna be, you know, capturing the lead and they're gonna be coming in every month, they have no problem paying us half of the first one, because, you know, $15, sure, they only make $15 on that $30 the first time, but then every time after that, they make the full $30, and it really just pans out for them. And there's lots of other companies online that do this successfully, not with Facebook ads, but a lot of like social offer sites and stuff, you see them doing the same business model. Another downside though of Facebook ads is that you're constantly having to spend money. If you want to keep getting more leads, you have to keep spending more money, which is okay because you are having money coming in from the client when you're getting them leads. But you know, with SEO, usually if you could pick a lower hanging fruit niche, you can just spend money to set it up and it runs pretty passively. You know, there might be some months where you have to do some maintenance things, but usually if you're picking something lower competition, you know, after you set it up, it's pretty much set it and forget it. So I think with that being said, you've got a pretty good idea of Facebook ads. Let's talk about search engine optimization for lead generation. And by the way, before I jump into this, if this is sounding really interesting to you, I don't know if you know this, but I actually have a free training. It's like a free advanced training on lead generation. I'll leave a link to it in the description. It takes you to exactly like start to finish how to do this, how to land your first client as soon as today, actually. So it's pretty cool. But let's get into SEO. So like I already mentioned, there's the cost factor of SEO. It's a good long-term strategy, right? Because you rank someone on the first page of Google. If you're picking a niche that isn't super competitive, like if you're gonna go after like cosmetic dentistry in Miami, then forget it, forget SEO. It's gonna cost you too much money. But if you're picking something reasonable, a reasonable suburb, a reasonable niche that isn't super competitive, but you can still generate a decent amount of leads in that niche, we're talking about you set it up, you spend a little bit of money to get it going, and it's set it and forget it from that point. You know, people come to the website, they fill out your form, they call the phone number, boom, leads are generated. I've got sites, guys, that I had set up, no lie, when I first started back in like 2010, when I went full time, 2011, you know, I was really gunning this hard. I've got sites that still generate leads to this day that, I kid you not, I have not touched. I've ranked them and I've not touched them since, because the niche is just so low hanging fruit. And that's kind of the cool part about SEO, but the downsides of SEO are that we need to build out a full-blown website. We're gonna have to write content for at least 6 to 7 pages on that website, 500 word articles on each page. We're gonna have to make sure the site looks good, it's structured properly. So we're talking about a lot more work on the website. You know, Facebook ads, you just put up a 1-page lander and a blank thank you page. It's like, bam, done. The website takes a little bit longer with search engine optimization, and then we're having to do some keyword research. We're having to optimize those keywords. So it's a little bit of work up front, or a lot of work up front, I guess you could say, probably a week's worth of work up front, and a little bit of money as well. But the good part is that now it's passive. It's set it and forget it. The other thing I don't like about SEO when I compare it to Facebook ads is that the results are a lot slower. So with Facebook ads, like I said, it takes 3 days for the ad to mature. We can know within 3 days if it's gonna work. With SEO, we're looking at about 3 weeks and sometimes even longer to get that site actually ranked, to know if it's gonna work or not. SEO can also add in a unique selling factor, because you can pitch it to your clients as a first page ranking. And some clients really like that feature because it's kind of, think of it like an award. You know, if your business is the first one that shows up on Google, business owners often find that flattering. It's like, wow, you know, I'm like the best. I am the one that shows up above everyone else. So they like that. It can be a selling factor as well with SEO. And it can be good for lead gen. So again, same scenario here. You're working with a dentist who's maybe they're doing root canals, right? And the root canals cost $2,000 and they're willing to pay you $100 per one. You send them 3 of those every single day, you're up to $300 per day with lead generation. So pretty sweet business model overall. So my strategy is I usually like to start with Facebook ads if it works for the niche. It doesn't work for every niche, but if it does work for the niche, I start there and then I work on SEO for the long term. So we've got leads coming in from Facebook ads, we can land our client, and then from there, we can have an SEO campaign going as well, so that for the long term, we've got more passive income flowing in. So yeah, guys, that is my recommendations. Those are the difference between Facebook ads and search engine optimization. Both ideal to get you to $300 per day with lead generation if that's something you're interested in doing. They're both very viable. In fact, I recommend you taking that two-prong approach where you utilize both of them, because why not? And like I said, I have an advanced training on this. It's absolutely 100% free. I'll leave a link to it in the description. You should definitely check it out if this is a business model that you're interested in getting into. I'm gonna be talking about more topics on this YouTube channel in regards to lead generation, so make sure that you're subscribed so that you get my updates. Click the bell notification icon. If you're not following me on Instagram, you should also go follow me there at HelloPaulJames, because every week I do a giveaway where I give away one of my courses or software programs or t-shirts or books. A lot of value there. All you have to do is follow me and engage with my content, meaning like or comment on a photo. But yeah, guys, if you like this video, smash a like on it if it was helpful to you. Leave a comment below if you have any questions. If you have any topics on lead generation that you want me to cover in my next video, I will do that for you, but I need to know what it is that you want to know. So the only way I can know that is if you comment. Until next time, guys, I am Paul James. Peace out.